Welcome students. This is Jaideep Manocha, Associate Professor, Department of Information Technology, Arya College of Engineering and IT, Jaipur. The lecture is going to cover the next topic, that is our performance test plan. Subject is software testing and validation, unit number 2, and it belongs to final year students of Information Technology branch. So let us start. Students, as we have studied what is performance testing in the last lecture, we have also gone through the methodology of performance testing. We have also analyzed and explored about the process of performance testing. But a plan is always important. So after learning the methodologies and work process should be there, now we want to do performance testing. So the next step in the performance testing process is to create a performance test plan. So you can see here some important points are there. You can see the first point is resource requirements. That means we have to collect the details of the resource requirements. Next is test beds. Next one is responsibilities. Next one is tracing. Next one is again entry and exit criteria that I have told you in the last lecture is a very important thing. And next one are some other things like cost and time. So let us talk about them. So resource requirements, all additional resources that are specially needed for performance testing need to be planned and obtained. When we talk about test bed, then the test lab with all the required equipment and software configuration has to be set up priority over execution, because performance testing requires a large number of resources and requires special configurations, hence setting up both the simulated and real life environment is time consuming, and any mistake in the testbed setup may mean in very bad result. So the testbed should be simulated and real life setting should be there. When we talk about the third point of the plan, that is responsibilities, performance defects, you know that what are the performance defects. So these defects can change the architecture, design and code. So we have to take the responsibility of choosing the right things. We can involve multiple teams in a successful execution of the performance tests, and all the teams and people performing different flows need to work together. Because if the objectives of performance have to be met, then we have to do this thing. Then after, when the team is doing the same thing, we will get a responsibility matrix. That is very much important, because we can move further on the basis of that matrix. Next one is the traces. That means setting up product traces, audits. Both type of audits we will consider, external and internal. Performance test results need to be associated with traces and audit trails to analyze the results and defects. What traces and what audit trails have to be collected is planned in advance and is in association with the test plan. At last, the main thing is entry and exit criteria. So students, performance test requires a stable product due to its complexity and the accuracy that is needed. So changes to that product affect performance numbers and may mean that the tests have to be repeated, and we don't want to repeat the tests. So it will be a counterproductive thing to execute performance test cases before the product is stable or when changes are being made. So hence the performance test execution normally starts after the product meets a setup criteria. Then we have to think about the setup criteria, that means the entry criteria properly. The setup of criteria to be met are defined well in advance, that means proper entry criteria. Similarly, a set of exit criteria is defined to conclude the results of the performance tests. So these are the main steps of a test plan. Furthermore, there are a lot of challenges related to performance testing. These challenges you can see here. You can see the challenges are listed out here. The challenges are basically related to the important aspects. So as we know that in any activity, in any event of software development, challenges are very crucial things. Okay, So here in performance testing, our main challenges are skills, resources, reflecting the real life things, and about tools also, and one very important thing, that is the seriousness about our work. So students, let us talk about these challenges. Basically, the availability of skills is a major problem facing performance testing, as discussed at the several places of software testing in our last lectures. Product knowledge is required: knowledge of competition, knowledge of tools, knowledge of automation, knowledge of process, knowledge of statistics, analytics. These are the things required for performance testing. So there is a longest list of skill. In case we are lacking somewhere related to this list, then our performance testing will not give a fruitful result. Similarly, it requires a large amount of resources such as hardware, software, effort, time, tool, and people. So this is also considerable. Next one is the real life environment and expectations should be reflected in our work. But due to the nature of tools which only simulate the environment, the test lab that works in a controlled way, and data sets which may not have all fields populated the same way as the customer is desiring, so it is a big challenge. So we can create some advocate environment that is sufficient enough. So next is selecting the right tool for the performance testing is another challenge, and how we will meet the requirements, this is again the another challenge. At last, we can take the important point, my dear students, that is lack of seriousness on performance test by the management, by the development team, by each and every individual working within the team. So when all are working seriously, then there will be a result, fruitful result, optimal result. Once all functionality are working fine in a product, it is assumed that the product is ready to ship, that is ready to sell. Due to various reasons, specified performance tests are conducted after the features are stable. That means when we have stable features, we are not changing our requirements. After that, we go for performance testing, and the defects that come out of these tests need to be looked into very serious manner by the management, since it may be too late to fix some defects, or due to release pressures, or due to fixes needed in the design and architecture that may need a big effort, integration, or various other reasons. So I would like to say that generally some of the defects from these tests are postponed to the next release. It defeats the purpose of performance test. So a high degree of management commitment and directive to fix performance defects before product release are needed for successful execution of performance test. So students, keeping all things in mind, proper test plan addresses a lot of things. Proper test plan also addresses all the challenges that I stated here. In our next lecture, we will be moving further with the performance testing. We will go in the next step, that is our regression testing, very important thing. So till then, thank you.